Somebody gotta do it. Hate if someone else did it. Fuck, I may as well do it. Damn.
Hey everyone, I guess you've seen part 1 of this saga that I'm doing. Many parts can come after part 3 or 4 or 5. It's a matter of how this actually works out eventually. It's a matter of how it works out. Anyway, here is part 2. Two 2005, such a wonderful year. This was a wonderful year in regards to what exactly? In regards to, I remember when I was in second grade and I was waiting for my parents to pick me up and they were taking too long. And one of my friends who still lives there and I need to visit him ever since high school. No, ever since kindergarten. Wow, I'm a shitty person. It's a pandemic era. It's hard for me to visit. Anyway, yeah, I remember when he suddenly said, "Oh, let's go to my place. It's near here. The guards will tell your parents where I am." Me. So as we got there, we sat, and he just turned on the TV, and what do you think I see? Cartoons. And what do you expect? What are you expecting? Cartoon Network. Yes, exactly, Cartoon Network. And it was Kids Next Door, and I remember the exact episode that was given. It was an episode they were trying to steal a piano or something like that. I remember that episode because I'll put the picture here just for you to realize how this episode will not leave my brain, because I remember it deeply because of the way all of them were organized. And I was like, wow, what cartoon is this? They don't give this on national television, because that episode was so epic. I think the next one was Billy and Mandy or Evo con Carne. One of those two were the next ones. Then my parents came to pick me up and I was like so angry and sad because I was not watching cartoons. How do you think I would feel? Yeah, I felt really annoyed when that happened. Really annoyed. But anyway, I told my parents all about it, like, hey, yeah, watching cartoons there, I don't know what it was, and then eventually my parents were like, yeah, we're putting cable TV in this house. And I was like, oh my god, thank you, Dad. That was the day that I picked up my math book and I was like, which year is this? Oh, 2005. Oh, cool. That's when I was like actually giving a shit about years. I forgot the month and day, obviously, but I remember specifically the year, and I was like, wow, okay, I remember it. And yeah, they put it that, and I just started watching cartoons. It was so amazing. Oh my god, here when things actually get insane, because as soon as they put cartoons here in my house, as you can imagine, my young mind, who knew that when they turned on the TV they will find cartoons. It wasn't like a long time ago when I had to wait, or it's basically in the morning and basically 4 p.m. to actually watch cartoons. Those were the only times I could actually watch the cartoons. So you can imagine how it was frustrating for some. So yeah, I remember every day, mostly. I don't know, oh my god, it's been a while. 2005, I was a kid. But I just remember waking up 6 a.m. just to watch cartoons. And the ironic thing, like at 6 a.m. that's when they gave, like, you know, the not so popular cartoons but still fun cartoons. It was Cow and Chicken and I Am Weasel. And I don't know, I think both of them were connected because of the big bad guy. I forgot the name of that guy. But anyway, I remember properly every day I woke up that time just to watch that. And I watched that for like 4, maximum 6 hours. So as you can imagine, watching too much of that cartoon as a kid made me go crazy. In regards to I had cartoons in my mind. I was starting to imitate them. I started doing crazy shit like them. Even my friends at school, we are starting like having imaginary battles. Didn't fight actually, but we had imaginary battles. Like yeah, like cartoonish type of vibes between us, and it was really insane seeing that in my mind as I remember. That was basically the biggest downward spiral of it. And yeah, I just watched cartoons and I stopped caring about studying. Grew, I realized I had to have a balance between them two, and I have the balance between the two. Yeah, I got a balance and it was alright. That was the down part. The good part was basically this that we're doing right now. I learned English. My peers learned English. My friends, my colleagues, most of them knew English because they were watching cartoons at a young age. And basically, when you were trying to understand what the hell they were saying, your mind, your mouth, everything, your ears, every part of your body just worked out like, man, I'm trying to know what are they saying there? What are they saying? And yeah, I got what they were saying. And I was like, why am I imitating Al Pacino's voice? And I can't even do it properly. Insane me. But yeah, I got everything they were saying. I just understood it. I realized like kids next door. What the hell were they saying? Like, yeah, the internet was hard, but I understood everything they were saying. Like every cartoon I understood. My parents were like, how the hell do you know English now? And I was like, and that was like the biggest advantage of it all. I don't know. I'm trying to find a huge advantage of knowing English, but anyway, that was insane. I just watched every cartoon. I didn't hate any cartoon. I loved every cartoon the Cartoon Network gave. Like there were the ones that I wasn't too fond of, but eventually after months I just loved them. Like Fat Dog Mendoza and the Crime Twins. I didn't like them so much, but as I grew I just loved them. I couldn't hate any. Basically I was just pro loving everything that I watch, basically Cartoon Network wise. Then there's Nickelodeon wise. Nickelodeon, I can't lie, there were cartoons there that I just didn't care for it, and I don't even remember them. Just to actually point them out right now, I just remember Love and SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, Cats and Dogs. Yeah, I love them because like the thought that everyone had while watching it, I also had that thought. So yeah, that's why it made me go like, ooh, interesting. This show is interesting. The other shows I'm forgetting, but I also like them very much. But yeah, these two were my favorite. And then we have Disney. Disney I liked, but I didn't like it so much because of one thing. Disney Channel that I had as a kid was dubbed to Portuguese, and since I was improving myself on my English, I didn't like so much watching Disney Channel in Portuguese. I didn't like it. Some of the times I was lucky to actually find Disney Channel in English. I don't even know which one was my favorite. I just love Recess. I just love Kim Possible. I just loved American Dragon. Basically, those two were together. Kim Possible and American Dragon. Kim Possible, American Dragon, and everything Mickey related was awesome. Just notice I'm talking cartoons in a TV show kind of way. If I add movies here, it's gonna be way longer than it should be. But anyway, watching these things as I grew up really made me a character in regards to, I don't know, it made me crazy, but in the sense it made me love myself in regards to actually trying to know what kind of person am I? Because here we're gonna get a little bit serious. But anyway, it's like, as I remember as I was a kid watching those types of things, I don't even know how would I cope as an adult if I didn't grow up watching those types of things, because many of the grown-ups I see, like grown-ups in regards to people my age who didn't actually grow up watching those things, and then I see my friends here who I did basically everything to actually make us watch cartoons as we grew. Like watch, sometimes I even called them for the Fantastic Four premiere, which was a litty ass premiere, because sometimes Cartoon Network didn't premiere the exact first episode. They premiered the episode that Hulk was fighting that thing. So that was epic. So as you can imagine, even they knew that I actually tried to show them the good life, because when you're a kid, you're going to become a teenager growing up here in Africa. There's a lot of things that can turn you and do crazy shit and do things that will actually scar you for life. Like sometimes going up on trees and falling from like one story up, steal. I don't know steal what, just know that stealing. Or some of the times just drinking at a young age. And I try my best to actually push my young crew to actually grow, or better yet, have a childhood, and not try to skip ahead. Because when you skip phases, as you grow up, you forget that you actually had a phase that you needed to complete. And that's what made me want to talk about cartoon nostalgia and how important it was for me and my friend. For me, it was in regards that I just felt like there's something bigger than me for actually liking this type of thing. I don't know what it is, but there's something that I might realize because I've actually had a childhood growing up watching this. I'm not saying was all perfect. No. It was detrimental in the sense of my mind, because I watched a lot of cartoons, and that's bad because you're watching a lot of TV. Watching a lot of TV reminds me of that Simpson part. That I think I'll post here the clip, because when I saw that clip, I felt traumatized and I was like, I love you, Simpson, because it was insane. But anyway. Anyway, I should actually be doing a top 10 in regards to this type of cartoons. But no. I need to talk to you until what? From 2005, basically 2009. Yeah, 2009. Like, most of the cartoons were ending that I was watching. And as I saw my cartoons ending, it just made me realize that I'm growing up. That's one thing about nostalgia. You actually want it all the time, and you actually forget to actually to actually enjoy what's happening at the moment, rather than living in the past that you're actually living all the time, just by thinking or just by watching that cartoon you actually watched 10 times ago, 10 times counting now. That's what I'm trying to say at the moment, because when I saw all my TV shows ending, all of them taught me a valuable lesson. Which ones I saw ending? Oh my god, I can't even choose between one of these two. But Kids Next Door's ending was insane. As a kid, I wasn't psychologically ready for that. When I saw that ending like triggered, I don't know, it in my mind just triggered something in me, like whoa, because it was so beautiful, it was so heartfelt. It made me realize how Friends, I don't want to spoil it to you. Oh my god, I can't even talk about it. I just know that ending touched me enough. If you can, try to watch it, because it was so beautiful. Then we have Ed and Eddie's ending, Big Picture Show. That episode and that day, I remember it properly because of one thing. I remember like all my please don't hate me, but it's okay. I'll explain it and I'll try to justify my means. All my friends came to my house and were like, hey, let's go out and talk and shit. And I just got out and I was getting ready to watch it. But yeah, I was a kid and shit. It was a little late. And I was like, bros, no, I can't. I have to watch this last episode of this show, bros. So, bye. And my friends left. Basically, as a kid, doing that was a dick move. But as an adult, that reminded me that yes, your friends are awesome, your friends are close, but you need to actually put yourself up in first place, because your friends, they are your friends, but to a certain extent, in regards to they actually care about themselves as well, and you should too. You shouldn't always just care for the other person if it's not reciprocated, the level of caring. And that's something that, as I look back, it made me realize that was the right decision, because when I watched that episode, the Big Picture Show, that basically is a movie, but it's a movie of a TV show. So come on. When I watched that episode, it was the only time I actually found it on TV, and that's why I was like, thank God I watched that, because it would take me how many years? 7. 7 or 6 years just to actually watch that episode again. So you can imagine how I felt when I saw that, and I was like, thank God, because it gave me that perspective. Basically, what am I saying on these videos that I'm doing? Oh God, dog barking. What am I saying with these videos that I'm doing here? I'm just saying that cartoons, they gave me a certain perspective in life and the way I grew up, because all of those cartoons, they had an important lesson in each and every episode. Most of them were just dumb fun and things like that, but they always carry a narrative that teach us kids and, in a sense, adults if they watched it. In a sense, adults if they watch it. I didn't talk about so much about Disney because I can't remember many of them, but I know I had fun watching them because they also had their lessons. Recess and Fillmore especially. Ooh, they had some really dope lessons. Like Chandler would say. Yeah, they had really insane lessons. But anyway, thank you for watching part 2. Part 3 will be out soon. Part 3, oh God, doggos. Ugh, my dogs. Anyway, part 3 will be out soon, and part 3 will be about what part? From 2009, I think, until 2011. Yeah, from 9 to 11. No pun intended, and it wasn't even a pun. It was just a coincidence. Even doggos are mad. But anyway, at part 3, I basically might do a top 10 cartoons that my favorite top 10 of the cartoons that I watched. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. See ya. Peace.
80 meticais. Podes pegar-te aí. 80 meticais e você dar 4 toques. 4 toques. Dá bola, anda cá, aqui. Dá-lhe eu pegar. 4 só. Para daqui, Messi. Messi. 2. Você dar 4 toques. 4 só. Vai, começa. Vamos.